Hello guys, welcome back. In this video, I'll explain how to create a basic agent by using an LLM, that is a Hugging Face LLM, and how to perform search like web browser you are using as a tool. So what you are doing or what you are going to learn from this video is how to create an agent with web browser as a tool and Hugging Face model as an LLM. So let's start it. You can see I have opened my Google Colab notebook. Now I'm writing a code. So first, what I want is I want to create a tool. To create an agent, first I want tool, then I want an LLM. Then by using those two, I want to create an agent. And I have a specification that this LLM must be from Hugging Face. I want to access that LLM from Hugging Face. So that is the condition. And the tool, what it will do is web search. Web-based searching is the task. Tool is used for web search. So that is the thing. Agent with LLM and tool. So this is the task that we are going to perform in this video with LangChain. Okay. So let me first create a tool, or you can say web searching tool. For that, first we need to install the dependency, that is DuckDuckGo search, so that I'm installing in a quick manner so that I do not get a lot of stuff here. So now this dependency got installed by using that DuckDuckGo search. Let's import DDGS. It's a DuckDuckGo search class or method that we are using to perform the search. So let me create an object for this DDGS, that is DuckDuckGo search, and we'll use this to perform searching. In order to perform searching, I want to create a method where this method will accept a query as input and it need to return the searching result. The searching will perform by using this object, that is a DDGS dot txt is the method where we need to pass the query and we need to provide like max results how many we want that I have passed. Then so this is our function. This is our function to perform searching. Now what I want to do is I want to make this function as a tool. So how to make a function as a tool? For that you need to import a LangChain dot agents. From that agents you need to import a tool and then you make that as a tool. You need to provide what is your function, that is nothing but the search is nothing but my function, and what is the name of this function? It's a web browser, or yeah, web browser. It's a web it's a web browser. Then we also need to provide some description for this acts this acts as a web browsing browser. You can We can use it to perform searching, web search. Okay, so now we created our tool and we need to store it in a variable, let's say tool. And I want to I want to create a list of tools because the method that we are using will accept a list of tools, not a single tool. So that's why I created this list of tools. If you want to test this tool working, then simply write a tool.run and provide your specific query. Like, let's say for me right now, I need to provide a query like, so what is ML, or what is Google? Let's provide this query and let's see the response. So you can see two responses we got. As we mentioned, we require only two results. And for the query, whatever the query that we provided, we got these responses. And you can see from which sources we got the responses also visible here, like a title as well as the body, like the content which we get from that sources also visible here. Now, okay, my tool is working, searching tool. I want to create an LLM, or you can say I want to use an LLM from Hugging Face. Already hosted LLMs are there. From there, you can see multiple LLMs are already hosted and available from Hugging Face. I want to use this Microsoft 5.3 Mini 4K Instruct. So that's why I'm copying this. And now, so in order to use any Hugging Face model through LangChain, first we need to install the dependency, that is LangChain Hugging Face. So this you need to install at first. I'm installing it. After installing it, then you can able to import the required module, that is from Hugging Face or LangChain Hugging Face. It's from LangChain Hug, Hugging Face. Let's import Hugging Face endpoint. This Hugging Face endpoint we use to create our LLM. And let's say I want to store that LLM in this LLM variable, so that's why I'm assigning that to this Hugging Face endpoint I'm using, and we need to specify the repository ID. So which repository ID model you are expecting? Since I copied this model, or you can say this is the repository ID, that's what I copied previously. Now I'm providing that here. Then what is the type of a task it is going to perform? It is going to perform me some task like text classification or text generation task. So we need to provide such that a task name exactly. Then at last to interact with this model which is present in Hugging Face, we need to provide an Hugging Face API key, API token. You can see here, like after logging in, you can you can get the option to create tokens, and you can use the tokens for you. Okay, now you can able to observe I log in into my account, and if you just click on it, then you can able to see access tokens. And if you just click on it, then you can see here access tokens. That option you can click, and there you can see an option like a create token, create a new token. You just click on it to create your own token. Then provide some name like token one or something. Then in order to access the repositories, read the repositories, you need to provide this. And since you are accessing the models which are present in Hugging Face, you need to provide this permission as well. Then click on create token so that your token will be created. Then you need to copy that token, and you need to use that token for further, like you need to use that token here. Now I've stored the token in this variable. Now I'm just copying this and providing access to this value from here. This is the secrets of my Google notebook or Colab notebook. Now I'm accessing this by using a method that is user data. User data. Where you get this user data is from Google dot Colab. You need to import this user data. then provide that user data dot get method and provide like so what are the variable name that value is holding that you need to provide so that your model will be accessed to here. Now I provided my model name as well. I'm just clicking on shift and enter so that this will run. I'm just closing this. Yeah. So let's check the can I able to access the model or not by using invoking the model with some query. That query, yeah. So previously I provided some query. So let's use the same query to invoke the model to check whether I imported correctly the model and that model is getting working or not. Yeah, you can see I got some response. That means my model is working well. So let's continue this step and let's make it as a or let's make an agent with this LLM as well as the tool that we previously created. So that step is this. So for that we need to import like from LangChain agents we need to import initialize agent. So this is the method that we need to from LangChain agents. So that's why here we're getting the error. Okay, now we successfully able to import this. Yeah, we need to use this in order to create our agent. Let's say this is my agent one, and let's create or let's say initialize. Let's initialize agent with okay with the LLM that we are expecting to use, or you can say what are the LLM that we created, and let's provide a tool like what are the tools that we created. That is nothing but here you can see we are created a web searching based tool that we were using here by providing tools. Then verbose. So why this verbose is equals to true. So if you want to see the internally process what is happening, then you need to provide that verbose is equals to true. Since I am expecting to see that true, since I'm expecting to see internally what are the steps which are happening, like how the model is thinking, how my LLM model is thinking, and how this model is using this web-based search tool to provide me answer for my specific query. So those steps I want to see. So that's why I provided a verbose is equals to true. And at last I want to provide one more, like what is the type of agent it is. Let's say if you not remember like what is the type of agent, then if you run it then it will provide you like different types of agents. You can see these are the different types of agents. Currently I want to use it as a zero shot react description agent. So that's why I copied that and I'm pasting that here. And now I want to use this agent in order to perform the searching. So agent one dot run is the method that you can able to use and provide your specific query that you want to run. Let's say my query, I want to create some query one variable to create some new query and ask it. Now I want the fare from Hyderabad to Tirupati, and I want to know like why Tirupati is famous and why people are prefer visit that place. So you can see I provided multiple questions like one is so what happened. Actually, this rate limit exception came, or when when do we came this exception is like whenever we are requesting this DuckDuckGo search multiple times, it will provide us that exception. Like for searching, it obviously uses that, right? Yes. So that's why it is searching, or it is performing like this. Let's provide only like a small, let's provide only this particular question. So now I want to find a fare for this Tirupati. So let's see. You can see the train fare from Hyderabad to Tirupati varies depends on the booking class. For first and second class, it ranges approximately from 2,500 to 3,500. It is advisable to check the latest fares from Indian Railways. That is IRCTC booking website. Yeah. So it's approximately correct based on the information that it get. So first what happens, or how the internal process will happen is, first LLM will take the query, like what I asked that will be taken. Then as an input, it passes this like Hyderabad to Tirupati train fare. What is that? Train fare from Hyderabad to Tirupati. That will be sent to web browser. Then what happens is web browser as well, it's a invalid, it's a not valid tool. Why it is not recognizing web browser as a valid tool, or web search is not a valid tool? Try one of a web browser. Okay, so let's make it a simple, like why Tirupati is famous. So let's change the question. Might the question may require a lot of searching. Why Tirupati is famous and why people are preferring. Yeah, you can see we got some response here from that browser searching. Yeah, so after two searches we got a final result. Like first our LLM, what it will do is it will try to search by using our web search. Basically, there is a no web search option is there, so that's why it performs like a web browser action. Since there is no web search, it is performing a web browser. Since we defined our tool as a web browser, you can see our tool is a web browser. So it performs searching on our web browser, and you can see finally it gets the response, like observation it got. And based on the two observations, based on the first observation, it decided that provided link and details provides a detailed information about Tirupati and the best visiting place. And the second question related answer, you can see, so that also it will get. And finally it processed all the information and created the final result like this. You can see Tirupati is famous because it is significant place of worship of Hinduism. And yeah, so somewhat relevant responses there. Okay, now let's say, like I don't want to, or I want to modify my code, or I want to use some other model from Hugging Face, then you can also do that. I'm just copying this web search and placing that instead of a web tool, or you can say web browser. I'm just updating the tool. And now you can see I'm just updating the agent again and running the code. So now you can see, so initially the agent is searching with that web search, so that's why it is directly able to interact mm, with that tool. Previously we put our tool name like a web browser, and now we changed it to web search, so that's why it can able to identify it first time, and it can able to provide us the response. You can see Lord Vishnu's temple. It's a, yeah, we got some relevant response. Let's say I want to use some other models from Hugging Face for testing. Now let's say I want to use some Hugging Face, or you can say some Mistral model I want to use. So I'm searching for it. Let's take some small model. So you can see this looks small, and the latest one, but 24 billions, I don't know whether it will work or not. So let's try. I'm just commenting this, and let's provide that latest Mistral model, and let's use that model in our agent. and let's provide our query. So again, so might internal server error with our model. So I think there might be some issues with the model. Yeah, we need to get an access from it before using it. But I already have some access to a Mistral model like I think it's a gated repository, so that's why I cannot able to access. Let's agree the policies and accept them, and let's try to use this again. Let's try to invoke the same model. Okay, and let me create the same agent and let me invoke. So might there will be some internal server issues are there, so that's so since there will be some issues with the internal server, we are unable to access this model. Okay, let's take some latest one, that is this. Okay, let's try to copy this model name. I've already accessed it. I have already access to this model or to this gated model. I want to use that model instead of this. I think this might work because I used that model many times. So as per that, I can able to say that. Yeah, you can see now the searching will be happened, and so some error also we got, like we need to pass this while using this. Okay, let's pass it as well. So now basically the searching will be happening and the thought is going on, like web search is happened and the thought is gone. And okay, since it thoughts it's a valid and we got that response. So like that we can able to use Hugging Face models as well with agent or LangChain agent, and we can able to create an agent with Hugging Face models as well, and we can able to use them for our application or real-time use case as well. So now if we recap like what we have done, we just created a tool. Why the tool is used? We are using the tool for web-based searching. For tool we are using this DuckDuckGo search for web searching, and then what we did is we also imported like LLM, that is Hugging Face model. So we tested with these two models, like Microsoft 5.3 is working as well as Mistral 7p Instruct v3 is also working. We provided some API key in order to access those models, and we tested whether our model is or our created LM is working or not. Then finally we created our agent with the LLM as well as the web searching tool, so that our LLM will invoke our web searching tool and it will get some responses, and based on the response it will get, based on the observations that it will get, so it will thought or it will make it as a knowledge and it will provide us the response. So this is the final response that we got, whereas this is nothing but the intermediate response. Like let's say if I comment this like verbose, if I comment, then you cannot able to see that intermediate response. You can able to see only the final response. So that's about this video. We have covered how to create an agent with Hugging Face models and web searching tools. For your reference, this is a single page documentation, or you can say the code, end-to-end code that we used it for this demo. And through this, you can able to create any general agent to perform web-based searching using this DuckDuckGo search and for free. And so instead of this, you can able to use some other tools like API required tools to perform this web-based search as well. And here we are using an LLM like Mistral model or Microsoft 5 for providing a human conversational response. So by using those two, we created an agent and we invoked that agent or we queried that agent to perform or to achieve our task. So this is the simple code or end-to-end code. To create an agent with Hugging Face model as well as the DuckDuckGo search or web browser search, web-based search engine. I hope you understood this video and you got some knowledge from this video. If you feel this video is useful, then please like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to get the latest updates. Thanks for watching again. See you back in the next video with another interesting topic. Until then, bye bye, guys.